Let's take a look at indefinite expressions in Spanish. And to learn indefinite expressions in Spanish, we're going to take a look at two formulas. In this first formula, if the idea that is being expressed after the indefinite expression is uncertain, we're going to use the following formula. Indefinite expression plus que plus the present subjunctive, and then in the main clause we are going to use the future tense. So let's take a look at an example. And I'm going to write this example in English so we understand the idea. Whenever you leave work, you will return home. Okay, so how do I know that this sentence here is an example of this formula? Well, there are a couple things we can look at. The first is, if we look at this main clause here, we know we have to use the future tense. And so in English here, I know that the word will expresses the future tense. Because of this, I know that this action is going to take place in the future, which means that I am uncertain or I'm not sure when this action is going to take place. And so we have to use this formula. So now let's write this sentence in Spanish. Here's our expression, cuando quiera que. Now we're going to use the verb salir here. So cuando quiera que salgas del trabajo, you will return home. And so we're going to use the verb regresar. So regresarás a casa. Okay? So whenever you leave work, you will return home. So maybe this is your house up here and you work here. And so at some point in the future, you will return home. Maybe you ride a bicycle and you will return home. When will you return home? Whenever you leave work. And remember, we're not sure when that takes place. And so it is uncertain. Now let's look at one more formula. So if the idea after the indefinite expression in this example is certain, that means we are sure, we're going to use the following formula. Indefinite expression plus que plus the present indicative or the present tense, and in the main clause we're going to use the present indicative again. Now let's look at another sentence in English. We'll use the same indefinite expression, okay? So whenever I take a nap, I wake up with a smile. This is very, very true, okay? I always take naps, and I always wake up with a huge smile. You should try it. Okay, so why is this sentence an example of this formula? Well, let's ask ourselves a question. Okay? In this sentence in English, do you see at all the word will? No, you don't see it. So if you don't see the word will, then that means we're not going to use a subjunctive after this indefinite expression, because this sentence expresses a certain habitual action, right? I'm telling you, whenever I take a nap, I wake up with a smile. That is very true. It is certain. So we're going to use this formula. So let's write this sentence in Spanish. Cuando quiera to take a nap, we're going to use the verb tomar, right? So cuando quiera que tomo una siesta. And now I wake up, we're going to use the reflexive verb despertarse. So cuando quiera que tomo una siesta, me despierto con una sonrisa. Okay? So take a look at these two formulas. Learn indefinite expressions and how to use them. And if you have any questions, let me know. Hasta luego.